I'm here at Dante Rivera BJJ in New Jersey with the Italian Stallion, Nick Caracappa. Nick, pro debut, man. How we feeling?
I feel this is honestly the best I've ever felt. Going into my last fight, I said the same thing, but I've climbed mountains since then, and I'm ready to see what this pro division's all about.
CFFC 124, September 2nd. What made you say, it's time to go pro, enough of the amateurs?
Honestly, I think I outgrew the amateur level. My last fight, going into that fight, me and my head coach Dante, we really spoke about it, and we both agreed it was time to go pro after my last fight.
I would agree, man. You're looking like a stud in there, living up to the nickname, the Italian Stallion. And Craig Willington, what are your thoughts on him as a debut opponent?
I think he's a really worthy opponent. He has really good boxing, but at the end of the day, there's not a man that's going to step in the cage with me. It's going to take something away from me.
You're coming off of a dominant decision victory. And when I say dominant, I truly mean that. Every punch you throw, every stride you make is straight just to deliver damage. So that being said, do you have any sort of prediction for me, or at least what can we expect to see from you in the cage?
This is going to be a vicious beatdown. I'm going to put everything into this fight, and I think my ground and pound and my wrestling and switching from striking right into my takedowns, I think it's going to be a walk in the park for me, honestly. And I'm expecting a war at the end of the day. I'm ready to get punched in the face, but I think I'm going to be too much for this man.
So we're at Dante Rivera's, obviously, one of the best gyms on the East Coast. Just tell me a little bit about camp, who you're training with, and who's going to be in your corner.
For this camp, I've been training with Eric Nolan, Nick Galante, Luke Fernandez, my boy Damien, and honestly, we all work together in this gym. No matter what weight it is, everyone's trying to get each other better and not trying to take our heads off and stuff. But my corner for this camp is going to be Luke Fernandez, his dad Tito, and Dante.
Vicious corner. I don't want to go up against that. Personally, I'd rather be in the corner myself. And Nick, before I get you out of here, man, I got to ask. Pro debut, if it goes well, which I assume it will. It's going to go well. When, what did you just say, sorry?
It's going to go well.
Obviously.
Really good night.
So what's next, man? When do you want to get back in there and again in 2023?
Honestly, after this fight, I'm already looking at December at the Hard Rock, and I'll be 2-0 at that point, and then I honestly see 2 more fights after that and a Contender Series call, and the UFC is really soon. I'm thinking I'm going to be in the UFC, honestly, by the end of 2024.
So is that like a very big personal goal of yours to get on Contender Series 2024?
Easily. I don't even care how I get into UFC. I just know by the end of 2024, my name will be on the UFC roster.
And Contender Series is actually on right now. Episode 1 is on right now. I'm not sure when I'll drop this interview, but it's on right now. So that would be crazy if 1 year later you're making your Contender Series debut. I do
believe it. This has been a dream of mine since I was 12 years old, and now I'm making my pro debut. And I've honestly manifested this entire moment coming into my pro debut. A couple years ago, before my amateur debut for CFFC, I checked out the Topology rankings, and Craig Willingham, my opponent now, was the #1 on the East Coast, and I said that day before my amateur debut, I said I'm going to fight that guy one day, and it just so happens to be it's my pro debut now, and I've been working to fight this kid for like 3 years now, and it's all going to show on September 2nd.
September 2nd, Parks Casino, CFFC 124, the Italian Stallion makes his professional debut. Nick, my man, kick ass.